In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my scalping session using pure price action. The structure of the market right now is clear trend range. We have move up, move down, move up. You can see the trend line is being followed every single time. So right now we have a break and a new extreme. So our target is around this price level. What I can also do is use the measured move, measure the first leg and see, yeah, this is the target at the highs of the trend range again. So we'll see if we can make it all the way up there. But we have a breaking new high of our initial channel. So as of right now, I'm going to be pausing, looking to go long, unless there's some stronger momentum and there's a chance for buy the channel. But right now, breaking new extreme. Okay, we have a new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long failure. This is looking like a reversal pattern. Problem is, the body is not full at the EMA, which is not a big of a deal, but the signal bar also didn't finish that bearish as I would like. So I need a little bit better bar closer to the EMA. This is a new high, first attempt to go long, pullback, second attempt to go long is going to fail, because uptrend played out with the break and a new extreme. So if you're gonna get microsecond entry short, I could consider. So we can see that the price action right now allowed us to draw a wider downtrend. We had a second entry short that worked for scalp easily, but it got a little bit congested and you had to react quite quickly. Now we have micro double bottom, so very close to creating the new extreme. I still think we may have the technical push to new low, but looking back, there was also triple test, one top, double top, triple top. Problem is, you have to think about this quickly because the signal bar ended quite neutral with the congestion, but the price action right now allows us to follow the short-term downtrend. Right, cheers, I'm resuming the video because I just took a second entry short, which is also new high. This is the high side of the correction, first entry long pullback, second entry long failure, and I'm using a double bar entry because the signal bar was bullish. I cannot sell below bullish bar, but the double bar entry is solid. It is close to the low of this bar, and only because it is a double high probability setup, I am basically risking the second entry short and a failed second entry long at the same time. The downtrend still should get the technical new extreme. We have micro double bottom here, so I still think we're going to reach the new low that is lower than the lowest low inside of this downtrend, and EMA keeps rejecting every single time. It is definitely worth the risk for me. I'm scalping 6 contracts for a tick. You can see this would give us exactly the new low. I have to keep my stop loss 1 tick above the initial bullish bar, the double bar entry. The runner is going to be somewhere around these lows at the bottom of the trend range. We get flow, so I'm going to place my stop loss to break even because anything we make is just a bonus. So this was double high probability setup, rejection of the EMA. The downtrend needs to get technical new low, which we right now reached. So our runner may get stopped. So this was quick little scalp. But in case our runner survives, I'm going to be taking it around these lows. Okay, so we have massive news announcement here. So I'm just going to be patient for a little while, letting the correction play out. We have strong overshoot, but we're also coming off the range highs. So not really clear if we're going to get a retest or not. So far, EMA is holding. I'm definitely not selling, but I'm just going to let price action subside a little bit because we had news announcement here. So our short-term uptrend had a break, moved to a new extreme without a two-legged pullback. So there was only first entry long. Right now, as you can see, we broke the overnight high important key level, and this was a trend range structure. So I suspect the price action is going to soon continue to work lower. However, I'm not really picking top just yet. I'm quite leery of the bullish bias overall. So I'm expecting for price action to chop a little bit right now around the high of the day. And then if you break below EMA and get some reversal pattern, failed second entry long, I would consider selling. Of course, when you have confirmed downtrend, then you're looking for a second entry short. Now, anything can happen in price action. So we could end up having a breakout pullback, but we would need to see much longer support here and much longer bullish momentum. As of right now, my default thinking is channels played out. So we expect price action to create new extreme down. So here we have the failed second entry long as we expected, but the signal bar ended quite doji. We're still above this key level. You know, I'm not so sure because this was quite a strong bullish bar up. It makes sense, most breakouts will fail, reversal pattern, but it didn't form that great. I would like to see a second entry short to make me trust this more. The signal bar is quite neutral. This was quite a strong bullish push up. Let's see if we can get the mini second entry short because it would be failed second entry long continuation. And we need to go back into trend range. Right now, I'm waiting a lot because there is no clear structure. It looks like the uptrend is breaking higher. This is a confusing structure because it looks like it is slowly chopping to the upside, and when it gets around this area it will go back lower again. So I'm just waiting here. I want everything to align, so I'm not even over analyzing the chart because I want everything in price action to align. And if I already know that I'm not sure what is the structure, I know that I am not anticipating the setup before it forms, so there will be gambling. So I'm just sitting on my hands waiting for structure to get a little bit better. Okay, I'm thinking about possible high-low confirmation setup of the second entry long. Hopefully it forms close to the EMA. This uptrend seems pretty solid, but we broke out of the trend range, so I don't want to take chances. So I need high-low confirmation setup here. Let's see how it forms. Right, traders, so I'm resuming. If we get a high-low here triggered, it is not full at the EMA, so I'm not really a big fan of this, but it's such a small, tiny stop. I am going to take a risk here because when the stop loss is one point, I pretty much just have to risk it. New high first entry long, second entry long, high low confirmation setup, and it reached the scalp. So I have to cancel the order because the scalp was made. It's unfortunate. We read it correctly. It just didn't take us back. Since right now we have a big uptrend established, I'm looking for second entry long, but we only have first entry long here. Come reset, we have first entry long, so we'll see if we get a second entry long. But the big pattern fits fairly well, as you can see, overall uptrend. So very simple price action. I'm just looking for the two-legged pullback at the EMA. I came back from my break and I decided to redraw the channel a little bit from this point because our original channel would have overshoot, but it's not really behaving as overshoot. The trend is quite strong, so we have quite a strong uptrend on our hands. I'm still not done looking for high probability setup at the EMA. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Right, traders, we have a second entry long, but it's below the EMA. I don't really want to take it just yet. I need to see push above EMA and some high-low confirmation setup or possible failed second entry short. So we'll see if we can push back above the exponential moving average here. Right, traders, I'm gonna wrap it up with my one single trade. So this is the overall market structure for today. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. We started with a very healthy trend range, move up, move down. This is very common to get a very nice high low back to the EMA into the trend range. Now, when the EMA is flat and we are playing trend range, you want to focus on visual aspects of two-legged pullback and following short-term channels. Here we drew a little bit wider channel, but this is still fairly tight channel overall. Here you can see we spike down lower here, but there are highs. Geometric formation here allows us to spot the wider channel. Now there are news announcements, so you gotta be careful not taking the setup right around the high impact news. And you have broad two-legged pullback down where the downtrend played out with the breaking extreme. We had great high-low contextual confirmation setup. Once again, you have to use the double bar entry, waiting for this bullish bar to trigger and then enter here because you can't really go long above bearish doji like this. This is where it gets a little bit difficult and you have to pay attention to what's going on. You can see there is bullish imbalance present in the market. We're not making it back to the original low of the day key level, series of high lows. So for this reason, I didn't want to take the failed second entry long just yet because the bullish push was quite significant overall. The single bar wasn't that great. I think it still worked for scalp. Yes, barely for a scalp, but you gotta be a little bit careful because this is the tricky area where we have a trend range, yes, but we are also watching the health of a trend range and we can see bullish imbalance. The bottom is empty, especially here. So for this reason, it is better if you're a beginner trader to wait for that confirmed downtrend first before you're gonna start selling. And then as market continue working higher and continue working higher, this is where we have to accept the fact that the trend range is losing control over the market and we're most likely gonna evolve in a brand new uptrend overall because you expect for price action to go back into trend range fairly quickly. This was the pivotal moment where the failed second entry long didn't reverse the market and we pushed back above the EMA. This is where the uptrend is getting more significant. This was a great high-low confirmation setup. Worked for almost 3 points, but we didn't get filled. I don't think we can take high-low here. Now, high-low here is contextual high-low, very similar to high-low right here. The problem is there is no clear break and new extreme. I can make it a little bit tighter, but this visually looks like a one steep leg working lower. And the reason why we can take high-low here, even though it is not confirming really a great setup, is because we have visual two-legged pullback and downtrend played out here. We really need to see the failed second entry short because this leg down, there's a big chance it may get the second leg down. In this case, it didn't. but next time you may take it and you may get trapped, so you gotta be careful. Then we had the second entry long, but we formed mostly below EMA, which is not great. We really need to see the push above EMA and a high-low confirmation setup above the exponential moving average, and then the structure got much easier. There was a second entry long with nice green bullish bar, but unfortunately there were only first entries after that. Such a clean uptrend working hard. EMA keeps holding, but new high, first entry long, counter reset, first entry long. Then we had overshoot and we pretty much just stalled. EMA got flat, volume basically dissipated, and we closed the day. So very nice price action today overall. Wish we had a little bit more setups, but definitely the price action got much better than we had this week. This week has been quite difficult. It's nice to have some nice price action on a Friday like this. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna talk to you next time, and good luck with your trading.